Hello, folks. Welcome back for the second segment of Athletes Incorporated. You can catch us on ibtv.us, Roku, or YouTube. Going to get right to it. Lots of stuff to talk about. We're going to start off with baseball. I don't know if you folks know, but here we are. It's almost 4th of July, and NCAA baseball just has come to an end.
This last week.
This past couple days, Oregon State University beat Arkansas for the national championship. This is Oregon State's third national championship.
Lost by a pop-up. Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas right
they would have
there.
caught the ball, and they dropped the pop-up. So it was an amazing game. I don't know.
But probably even more, that was in the game, but more there was the big controversy about the young man.
Oh, yeah. That was
the pitcher who probably would have went, and I can't call his name, but he probably would have won in the first round of the draft, but come to find out when he's 15 years old, he allegedly, and I shouldn't say allegedly because he pled guilty to, they brought a charge down. That's what happens when you plead and you say that you didn't really do it. Right. But they say that he sexually assaulted his 8-year-old niece or cousin.
His niece,
niece or cousin. So no one has drafted him yet, but he's such a talent, and he's denying that he done it. After this, I think he'll still sign with someone.
Would you draft him?
I wouldn't have drafted him, no. Okay. Not in this era and not in what's going on with the Me Too.
Okay.
If they can get the young lady to say that it really didn't happen, that this and that happened, and people in the family will come to the front, he maybe could get out of it. Okay. But it's quite a tournament, and it's very long, almost too long.
Yeah.
But then we go from that NC2A to earlier in June, though, the finals for the NCAA Track and Field Championships, which was one of the best, most entertaining track and field championships in quite a long time.
I think we watched the finals together. So it was
University of Southern California women won national championship. Their coach, folks, is Carol Smith Gilbert, who grew up, born and raised in Denver, Colorado, graduated from George Washington High School. Her club team was the Colorado Flyers. I helped coach her when she was here in Denver. Just a fine young lady who went on to coach and obviously be a great coach. But many records fell on the women's side, and it came down for the Southern California women. They had to win the mile relay at the end, not place, but win it. And the young lady came from 60 meters down and won. So beautiful, beautiful. And the points didn't fall right, or they wouldn't have needed that.
Right.
They didn't get a point in the hurdles,
right.
and they thought they might even win the hurdles. So that, and then on the men's side, they have the number one man in the world right now from 100 to 400 sprinting, Josh Norman, and he broke the NC2A record in the 400. So it was quite a meet. First time ever for University of Georgia winning on the men's side.
Yep.
So they weren't supposed to win.
Houston was supposed to win.
Houston was supposed to win. Didn't put their points together right. And out of the blue, Georgia, with a big kid that won the hammer and the shot. And they didn't, he wasn't favored in either one of those. They thought they'd get points out of him, maybe third or fourth. But he won both of those. That was 20 points. And that put them over the top. So quite a entertaining meet. Really, really great. Number of records fell. Just a super job by all those young folks.
And a lot of them went pro. Sidney McLaughlin went pro. Michael Norman went pro. The Benjamin kid also went pro from USC. So a lot of them.
Guys, he's the 400?
He's the 400 hurdler.
Right.
So a lot of them are doing Diamond League meets right now, folks. So
right. So you can catch him at the Diamond League if you love track and field. I do. It's a great meet in Paris yesterday where Josh Norman ran 1984.
Yeah.
1984 in the 200. With that kind of speed, he actually, folks, could be the first person to go sub 43 in the quarter. And that was one of the things they thought could not be possible. He has that kind of speed. But then we'll jump to that to pro baseball.
Pro baseball, folks. I love baseball. The All-Star break is actually happening July 17th. So check it out. But I just wanted to give you guys an update of everything that's going on in the American League East. Red Sox and Yankees are pretty much tied up with 53 wins. So, folks, if you don't know, when the Yankees and the Red Sox are good, that's good for baseball.
It's great for baseball.
And American League Central, the Cleveland Indians are way ahead. Way ahead of everybody, like they are every year. It seems like
the last 3 seasons they've been.
The Astros in the AL West, they're looking to to repeat. They got a great bullpen, so they're looking to repeat.
Right.
And now we're going to the NL. The Braves are in the East. They're winning. The NL West, the Diamondbacks are way ahead of everybody else, and the Rockies are almost fell down to last place.
Yeah, where 2 weeks ago they were right there.
They were
all
right
in the
there with
bunch.
everybody.
As with when the Yankees and Boston are doing well, folks.
'cause every year.
When the Dodgers and San Francisco,
Yeah.
that's also
And
really
San
good
Francisco's right
for
there
baseball.
in the sweet spot at 44, Diamondbacks at 47. So they're getting better. They just got Mason
Yeah.
Bumgarner back. McCutcheon is starting to hit.
Right.
So they're
Well, it's
putting
funny
it
because
together.
when you get to mid-America, it doesn't really matter with the winning for baseball to be St. Louis and Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
As long as they feel the team,
Mm-hmm.
it's great for
Right.
baseball because St. Louis and Chicago, that baseball there for them is really something special.
All-Star break coming up. Who do you think is? Do you think Aaron Judge is one of the most prolific players right now, or do you think
Well, man, you got Judge and Carlos
Carlos
Stanton.
Stanton,
So you got two on
Trout,
one team.
Harper?
Oh, Trout and Harper.
Yeah.
Harper's a free agent after this year.
I think he stays though.
And he's already said that I don't know how the balloting is going right now, but he said that if he's not named to the All-Star team, he's not going to come for the home run contest. So
I wouldn't be named for that.
okay, Bryce, because we got Judge,
Right.
and we got Stanton,
Right.
we got Trout,
Right.
we got plenty of people hit home runs,
Right.
It's a place for you to showcase and have fun,
Right.
So and then you're always going to have one of the players. It seems to be one of the really great unknown Latino players that show up at the home run contest
Yeah.
and just bang it.
Yep.
So it's going to be someone. There's that good kid that is pretty much unknown that the Boston Red Sox have. I can't remember his name, but
He's a
can-
beast. He's a
he
beast.
can
I know who
do
you're
it.
talking about.
Yeah.
I've seen him play.
Yeah.
Speaking of players, what happened to Puig for the Dodgers? He kind of just sizzled out. What happened to him?
I think, man, his focus. There's too much other thing that he's focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he came in, it was unbelievable. But it's obvious to me that he doesn't focus on baseball.
Right.
So he'll still have those flashes of brilliance, and then it'll be like, we're going to send him down to AAA.
Right.
I mean, there's
He's been sitting down to AAA
At
more than any
least,
player
yeah.
I have ever
than
heard.
any superstar that
Yeah.
I've ever known. And it doesn't seem like it bothers him.
Yeah.
Now, we're here in Denver, so we don't really know.
Yeah.
But, it doesn't seem like it, it goes a whole lot of way. Still with the Rockies, you have, let's get the place shortstop.
So we got Charlie Blackmon and Nolan Arenado.
Arenado
Nolan is
something.
a third. He's a third baseman, folks. And literally, I've looked at other third basemen. He's top 10 probably in this
easy.
era.
Easy.
They got to
Easy.
find a way to keep him. They got to start winning. They got to find a way to keep him, or else he's not going to want to be here.
But see, man, I could see him in a Yankee uniform or a Dodger or a San Francisco.
I see him being a Giant.
Man.
He's from California. He's from
Yeah.
Santa Cruz, so
Yeah.
he could be a Giant, and that'd be really. The Rockies always lose these great players just because it's a great ball, it's a great venue, it's a great place to live, but people want to win.
Whereas now they have Carlo back.
Yep.
He's at the end of his career. though.
Yeah.
So but still the problem, folks, for any of the teams, I don't care how big your bats are, if you don't have pitching, you're not going to win. And we went in the last 10 years, just the last decade, and that's a short amount of time, folks, from it was a huge deal to throw 90 miles an hour. Now, if your fastball's not 90, pretty much that we don't have a spot for you.
Right.
And they say that, I was just listening, they say that the changeup is almost a dead pitch now.
Yeah. It doesn't.
People aren't really throwing changeups anymore, and that used to be a big pitch. The slider used to be a big pitch, but they said they can wait on that pitch. So still, man, it's funny, but from start of baseball to now, they have all these different two-seam sliders, and still, if you have a fastball and you can throw that curve,
Yeah.
you're going to be able to stand in there. But then you have teams like Denver, who the bullpen, I don't know how you can't get a
And
person.
they pumped $100 million
Yeah.
to them, folks.
Yeah.
They did the same thing the Astros did. They're
Yeah.
trying to follow the Astros
Yeah.
template.
But if you don't have the athletes, it doesn't matter how good the template is. But folks, that's going to do it for the second round here. We're going to be back in just a little bit. Stick around. We'll be back.